I like to keep my daily step count consistent, but I get bored walking the same route every day, so I often turn my regular walks into little projects. This time I decided to head to Staten Island and check out a spot that someone recommended to me. It was raining, but I enjoyed the rain. The Statue of Liberty was originally a reddish-brown color, similar to a shiny penny, because it's made from copper. As you probably know, copper oxidizes and turns green over time, which is exactly the color of the statue we see today. Just imagine how the Lenape indigenous people crossed this bay in small canoes over 400 years ago. Today, up to 4,500 people can make the same journey in about 30 minutes. When I arrived, I took the Q42 bus to Snug Harbor, a beautiful park that covers over 83 acres of land. It features a mix of Greek Revival, Victorian and Beaux-Arts architecture, along with lovely botanical gardens, a museum, contemporary art workshop and gallery, and even more. I began with the governor's house, which was intended to be the residence of the governor of Snug Harbor. Built in 1880, it never actually served as the governor's house. Instead, it was occupied by the governor's bookkeeper. The house is a great example of Italianate architecture, which originated in Britain in the mid-19th century, drawing inspiration from 16th century Italian buildings. Here's the rose garden. Although the roses aren't in bloom right now, it's still a beautiful and relaxing place to spend time. Don't miss the statue of the heron nestled among the flowers. It adds a lovely touch to the garden. That day I missed seeing the inside of the greenhouse, but the surrounding area is still filled with intricate plants and flowers. With beautiful ponds on both sides, it's a lovely spot to explore. Being in the nature like that can be incredibly re-energizing. Studies have shown that spending time in a natural setting can reduce stress and boost overall well-being, and I can tell you it works. Snug Harbor was originally established in 1801 as a home for retired sailors and their families. The complex grew over the years, with various buildings and facilities added to support its residents. By the mid-19th century, it had become a large and self-sufficient community with its own farms, gardens, and even a chapel. In the early 20th century, Snug Harbor shifted its focus from providing care for retired sailors to serving as a cultural and educational center. Many of the original buildings were repurposed and renovated. I started entering random buildings just to explore and found out it's a well-preserved late 19th century interiors with vintage banisters. Just look at them. That's a whole sensory journey. You can smell these shabby buildings. Then I visited the Art Lab building, a grassroots non-profit art school that offers both art classes and exhibitions. Art Lab provides art instructions through a variety of classes and workshops for students of all ages and skill levels. Today, it's a cherished part of New York's art and educational scene, and plays a crucial role in the cultural life of Staten Island. What I especially loved was the artistic environment itself. Sometimes it's more fascinating to learn about how and by whom the art is created, rather than focusing solely on the art itself. These artistic environments are usually very hectic, full of details and vintage objects. Going through these old, a little bit deteriorated corridors with the artistic artifacts on display creates a certain ambient, bittersweet feeling of nostalgia. While searching for the exit, I accidentally stumbled upon a secluded entrance. I couldn't contain my curiosity, so I decided to check it out. There wasn't much to see, and it could be dangerous. There's a risk of getting electrocuted or trapped, among other hazards. Don't follow my example. While wandering around, I came across another interesting museum. It was just 10 minutes before closing, but the museum keeper was a very kind lady and she let me quickly visit the first and second floors. The Noble Maritime Collection celebrates the life and work of John Noble, a renowned maritime artist, and preserves the history of New York Harbor's working waterfront. Opened in the year 2000, the museum was created by volunteers who transformed an old mariner's dormitory into a beautiful space. It features Noble's artwork, historical maritime artifacts, and exhibits like a recreated dormitory room from around 1900. The museum also manages the Robbins Reef Lighthouse, which is being restored by a dedicated group of volunteers known as the Noble Crew.
Take a quick fly through the first floor.
Thank you. Inside the museum, you'll find galleries, classrooms, a printmaking studio, and Noble's houseboat studio. The exhibits explore the history of sailor Snug Harbor and the lighthouse, including the story of its famous keeper Catherine Walker. The museum's Noble Maritime Library and Archives hold a rich collection of maritime history. It's open to the public and welcomes visitors by donation, making it a great spot to learn about New York's maritime past. John Noble's houseboat studio is one of the most unique and treasured part of the Noble Maritime Collection for me. It's actually a teak saloon, or large open space, of a European yacht that Noble converted into this workspace. Originally located on New York's harbor, this houseboat studio allowed Noble to observe and document the busy maritime activity around him. Born in Paris in 1913 to an artist's father, John Noble grew up surrounded by art. His family moved to the United States, where Noble became fascinated with the maritime world. As a young man, he worked on schooners and barges, gaining first-hand experience that deeply influenced his artwork. Noble was captivated by the maritime life of New York Harbor, particularly the graveyard of old wooden ships in Staten Island, Arthur Kill area. He documented the vanishing world of these vessels and the men who work on them through his art. His works are known for their meticulous detail and poignant depiction of the decay and beauty of these old ships. Noble used this floating studio to create many of his famous works, capturing the final days of the Age of Sail. The studio itself is filled with his tools, sketches, and personal items, giving visitors a glimpse into his creative process and daily life as an artist deeply connected to the sea. The houseboat's setting allowed Noble to live and work right on the waterfront, surrounded by the ships and sailors that inspired his art. When the museum was established, Noble's houseboat studio was carefully preserved and relocated to the Noble Maritime Collection, where it now serves as the museum's centerpiece. By the way, the farm was here since the foundation of Snug Harbor. It functions nowadays as well. You can check Snug Harbor Heritage Farm for more information. Here's the Tuscan Garden, inspired by Villa Gamberi in Florence, Italy. It offers a peaceful and beautifully designed space that captures the classic elegance and symmetry of traditional Tuscan gardens. There's some coins on the bottom. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. What is this? Here's the storage. Wow. Such a nice vibe. With this weather, I don't know. Such things in this weather, they come together so well for me. I don't know why. There's some statues hidden in the bushes. The World Trade Center Educational Tribute, opened in 2003, honors Staten Islanders who lost their lives in the September 11 attacks. It tells their stories and helps visitors understand that tragic day. The tribute offers a place to pay respect, reflect, and learn more about the events of 9/11. The Herb Garden features a range of herbs used in cooking and medicine, giving visitors a chance to learn about their uses and benefits. What a smell. Nearby, the Allee is charming, tree-lined walkway perfect for a peaceful stroll among seasonal flowers and lush greenery. These areas offer both educational and relaxing experiences. Snug Harbor also hosts garden tours and workshops for those interested in gardening. Staten Island has many parks and trails to explore. Here I'm walking from Allison Pond Park to Goodhue Park, which is right next to the Goodhue Children's Aid Center. Established in 1853, this center has been dedicated to helping children in poverty with their education and nutrition. I didn't realize I had passed something quite interesting, a structure that looked like an amphitheater with stumps serving as seats. This area of the park is no longer owned by the Goodhue Center. It's now a city park, so features like this aren't in use anymore. But imagine children were sitting on these stumps watching some performance. It's a quite unique artificial object that doesn't look like it's artificial. As my first day on Staten Island came to a close, I made my way to the ferry, passing the Staten Island Borough Hall. It stands out with its 3 stories and striking 2-story mansard roof. The journey home was tough but incredibly scenic. Seeing the city's skylines through the gloomy, rainy clouds offered a unique and striking experience. The next day, after finishing all my tasks, I caught a ferry at 3:30. The ride was once again picturesque, but with slightly better weather this time. No wonder why tourists flocked to the ferry, and the right side of the vessel was packed, as you can see. Here's the Verrazano Bridge, a crucial part of Staten Island's development. I headed to Snug Harbor again to visit a very unique place. Hold your breath. Real bamboo. Very nice. The New York Chinese Scholars Garden is inspired by Ming Dynasty gardens and features elements crafted in Suzhou, China. Visitors can explore 8 pavilions, a bamboo path, waterfalls, a koi pond, and striking rock, including a 15-foot scholar's rock in the central courtyard. Built by 40 Chinese artisans, the garden was constructed in China for a year before being completed in Staten Island over 6 months. It was opened in 1999 with support from Snug Harbor, the City of New York, the Landscape Architecture Company of China, the Metropolitan Chinese American Community, and many volunteers. This place is an absolute gem for cultural explorer. Here are a few interesting facts about the garden. The garden's wooden structures use traditional Chinese joining techniques, avoiding nails or glue. The zigzagging paths and bridges are designed to offer different view and ward off evil spirits. The mosaic in the upper pavilion includes broken rice balls and beer bottles to symbolize unity between China and America. Admission is only $5, making it a fantastic spot for photography. Along the north shore of Staten Island, there is a 9/11 memorial resembling 2 large wings reaching up to the sky. Designed by architect Masayuki Sono, it's meant to feel like giant postcards, honoring Staten Islanders who lost their lives in the attacks. Inside, you'll find 274 plaques with names, birthdays, jobs, and side profiles of the deceased. A little break for shopping and enjoying the amazing view from the mall. Now I'm going to get the bus to another great destination. Wow, I can see the fort down there. Fort Wadsworth, a historic military installation near the Verrazano Bridge. It's one of the oldest military sites in the United States, with a history that dates back to the 1600s when Dutch settlers first used it. The fort played a crucial role in defending New York's harbor, particularly during the American Revolutionary War, the War of 1812 and the Civil War. It served as an active military base until 1994, when it was decommissioned and handed over to the National Park Service. Today, Fort Wadsworth is part of the Gateway National Recreation Area. Look at this. Visitors can explore its historic buildings, take in stunning views of the harbor and the Verrazano Bridge, and learn about its military history through exhibits and guided tours. And the Verrazano Bridge in the background, stunning. Its strategic location on high bluffs overlooking the Narrows made it a key point for defending New York City from naval threats. Initially, this hill was used by the Dutch in the late 17th century. By 1663, a blockhouse was built here to alert Fort Amsterdam in Manhattan, which had been established in 1625 as a Dutch headquarters. Fort Amsterdam was located where the Alexander Hamilton Custom House stands today. Side note, back in the 17th century, Fort Amsterdam was right on the water's edge. As the city grew and needed more land, part of the East and Hudson River were filled in, expanding the tip of Manhattan and pushing the shoreline further out. As a result, landmarks like the Alexander Hamilton Custom House, once near the original shoreline, now appear further inland. This land reclamation allowed for the construction of modern streets, buildings and parks in what is now the Financial District, or FIDI. Anyways, back to the fort. During World War II, the fort served as an observation and communication post, using its strategic location to monitor and coordinate defense efforts. After the army left in 1979, the US Navy took over and made Fort Wadsworth the headquarters of Naval Station New York. In 1994, the Navy transferred control to the fort to the National Park Service. They have a rail tracks here that leads right inside. So I think this is the storage building for munition and stuff that goes inside. I was curious to see inside the torpedo shed, and it definitely has a post-apocalyptic vibe. Let me see. The building was constructed between 1892 and 1894, but a fire in the late 80s left it in ruins, and you see it like that today. Stunning. I need to take photos for sure. Yo! Can be dangerous here as well, so we absolutely need to see where we're going. But overall, pretty cool. Wow, look at this. Stunning location, huh? Look, some very old beams from the roof, I guess. This place is absolutely wild. Absolutely view, huh? Look at this view. Wow, absolutely. It is rusty as hell. Okay. Let's not die today. 'Cause I didn't have my dinner yet, so I'm gonna die. Oh, second floor. Damn. I'm gonna leave my umbrella here. Shouldn't need it right now. Whoa. That's complete jungle. Complete jungle. Absolutely mesmerizing. Who can tell it's New York? Nobody. Arizona. And for sure there are snakes here, not on the second floor though. I don't care much. Beautiful. Staten Island has its own subway system called the Staten Island Railroad. It consists of just one line. When I got to St. George, I found out there is a New York City ferry that goes alongside Staten Island ferry. The ticket is $4 one way, but it goes all the way up to 76th Pier, which is close to Hudson Yards. It also comes closer to the Statue of Liberty, so it was a no-brainer. Night Manhattan is marvelous. As the ferry glides across the dark waters of New York Harbor, the city lights of Manhattan begin to sparkle like 1,000 stars. The cool night breeze carries the distant hum of the city, reminding you that even in the quiet of night, Manhattan never sleeps. The towering skyscrapers create a dazzling skyline. The reflection of the city shimmers on the waves, adding to the magic of the night. Oh, I'm back. Crazy good day. Absolutely amazing. It's still warm enough. It's like a tropical rain, basically. Pretty fresh and nice outside. I have an umbrella, but I'm soaked after the ferry ride because I didn't use an umbrella there. I was filming with my both hands, so struggling for art and memories. But an absolutely amazing day. Still raining, but it's fine. Pretty nice.